our story for today, and this one is also a long story, so let's just start. Pumpkin Town. Pumpkin Town by Katie McKee and illustrated by Pablo Bernasconi. Okay, so let's start. Pumpkin Town, or nothing is better and worse than pumpkins. Jose and his family grew pumpkins. That growing began with shiny seeds, which were followed by long veins, and those long veins grew every which way. The pumpkins grew every which way too, from small to fat and tall. The jack belittles could be dropped into pockets. The happy jacks were bigger. A strong enough boy could carry just one. The big moons were bigger still, too large for 5 boys to roll. Come fall, Jose and his family would gather the pumpkins and collect the veins. Then 2 trucks took the fruits to faraway cities. Some were hollowed and carved, and some were saved for pies. But before the truck took the pumpkins, Jose and his family saved a few. They needed the seed. When it comes to saving pumpkins, Jose's father always said, "Save only the best and sell the rest." So Jose and his brother hollow the best pumpkin and save only the biggest, brightest seeds. They took the smaller seed to the edge of the field, overlooking the town, and tossed them. But one gusty, dusty October day, when Jose and his brother took the lesser seeds to the edge of the field and flung them, the wind caught those seeds and carried them, and didn't let them loose until they fell like rain down on the distant town. The seeds slipped into straw roofs and settled into flower pots and sprinkle gardens. And that seemed to be the end of it. But the next spring, rain awoke those small seeds, and plants began. More rain fell, and veins grew every which way. They wrapped around chimneys and wound through corn. At first, the townspeople liked the veins, for they were lovely and delicate. But then the veins began to climb up and down and around, growing leafy and thick. They snacked green and silent through one window and then out another. Then fruits grew and grew and grew every which way. Soon the townspeople were stepping over pumpkins and around pumpkins and under pumpkins. It was hard to walk even a block. Rooftop snug under the weight of the big moon. Fence fell, and when the wind blew, one had to dodge happy jacks and Jack Belittle falling from trees. "Nothing is worse than pumpkins," groaned the townspeople. Meanwhile, up on their mountainside, Jose and his family cut and stalked their pumpkins, saving only the best. And when they were done, they stepped back and said, "Nothing is better than pumpkins." But when Jose and his family looked down at the town, it looked odd. It seemed so green and orange. Since their field work was done, and because Jose and his brothers were curious, they walked to town the next day, where they saw more veins and pumpkins than they'd ever imagined. They remember the gusty, dusty day that they scattered the seed. "It's our fault," whispered Jose. "We must do something," whispered his brother. "We must rest for now," whispered Jose. But that night, Jose and his brother cut and stuck the pumpkins and veins. They worked as quiet as they could, but some townspeople still sneak peek. They marveled at how well the brothers worked. The brothers climbed up poles and twined through trees, snapped silent through one window and out another, gathering and stacking pumpkins and veins. When the townspeople awoke, they discovered a mountain of pumpkins, a hill of veins, and a mound of tired brothers. While the brothers slept, the townspeople filled a wagon with hay and set 5 great watermelons between Jose and his brother in thanks for their aid. That wagon took the brothers back to their home, where they were laid in the glossy grass, still sleeping. When their father found them there, he asked them what they had done to deserve the great watermelons. "We just helped the townspeople with their harvest," the brothers said, which was true, and nothing more was said. Down in the town, 5 trucks came for the mountain of pumpkins, and the townspeople were given a grand sum of money for all the fruits. "Ah, nothing is better than pumpkins," they said. Much of the money went towards a feast held around a bonfire made by burning the hill of veins. It was decided then that the rest of the pumpkin money would be spent to carve a statue of the 5 mysterious brothers who had made a mountain of pumpkin. It took all of the next week for the townspeople to repair their roof and their fence, and it took all of that week for Jose and his brother and father to eat their great gift. The melons were so sweet that Jose and his family said, "Nothing is better than watermelons." "Be careful with the seeds," Jose's father said. "Our field grows pumpkin, not watermelon." So Jose's family filled a great bowl with seeds, and those seeds were forgotten until one day later, when the wind rose Jose's father at night. He feared that some of those watermelon seeds might blow into their field. By the moonlight, he carried the bowl to the edge of his field, and he tossed the seeds. The wind caught those seeds and carried them and didn't let them loose until they fell like rain down on the town. The watermelon seed slipped into the straw roof and settled into the flower pots and sprinkled gardens and slide into the soil around the statue of Jose and his brother. And that seemed to be the end of it. For Mick, who girds all my word, from Katie McKee. For Natalia, seed of my inspiration, from Pablo Bernasconi. I hope you enjoyed the story. Have a good day, everyone!